Okay, so what you've just seen there is what's been laid out at the towers here at Deansgate. They're too good to us. That is absolutely delicious. So here's the discipline for me. Right now, I want to talk straight into that incredible. What did I get in the end now? It was I think it was the vanilla custard, the vegan vanilla custard cake. You know what? It is. It looks amazing. It's got a nice weight to it. Smells incredible. But I've got 750 pull-ups to do today. 750 pull-ups with a 2.5 kg weight. So that is my reward. That is going to be my reward. So right now, I'm having my Mancoco decaf coffee, fully hydrating. I've got lots of work stuff to do, so I am going to focus on that, keep hydrating, knowing that that delicious cake is going to be waiting for me, and then in a bit, it's going to be 750 pull-ups. Big target. But why am I at this point? Okay, let's dig in. Okay, so this is January's pull-up challenge. So 10,000 pull-ups. That is the target for January 2024. But of course, I've added the 2.5 kg weight. This is the progress tracker that I've been using. So literally, challenge started on Wednesday the 3rd of Jan. Target 500 pull-ups. Achieved 500 pull-ups. Remaining pull-ups 9,500. And you can sort of see how this is built out as it's been going along. Now, the last time that I trained was Saturday the 20th of Jan, and today is Thursday the 25th of Jan. So why the big lag? So there's a couple of things here, but one of the things is I've actually been unwell. So I've had my stomach has been sore, and I don't know whether it's down to a food intolerance or whether it's down to some overeating. I know that might sound random, but sometimes when I'm eating and I'm not mindful, I am doing lots of different things. That can become an issue for me because I'll just keep eating the calories because, of course, I'm burning off so many calories training the way that I train. When I eat, when I take that time to eat, I do like to be present in that moment. It's quite common for me to eat food and just sink into solitude when I'm doing that. Or if I'm in company, I'm not a great chatter. So we could be there could be a group of us or whatever, and I could be eating. But if I'm talking, I'm talking. If I'm eating, I'm chomping. I'm eating. I find it difficult to eat and talk when I'm in that environment. It's just one of those things for me. So if I find myself where I'm distracted, let's just say I'm watching a movie or something like that, or grossly engage in some conversation with some friends or whatever, and I'm eating, I'll just keep eating and eating and eating. So I think it's a combination of two. I think I might have overeaten, and also there might be some slight intolerances there. I've always been slightly dubious about dairy, too much dairy, and also porridge oats as well. I love porridge oats. I love things like homemade flapjacks and stuff like that. So I think that might have caused a bit of an issue. Either way, it has caused some swelling in my tummy, and the thought of going to the pull-up bar and cranking out, say, 500 pull-ups with the weight, it just didn't. I wasn't feeling it. So I've had to be kind to myself and think, okay, but it has to roll up. So this is the discipline. This is why I plan out challenges like this. So what you're looking at right now, so the software that I use is it's a platform called ClickUp. But literally you can build this out yourself on a spreadsheet. These are essentially just columns, different columns that I've created. But it enables me to focus at a high level, a bird's eye level view whenever I need to. So really simple to create anything like this. So today is Thursday the 25th of Jan. and the target is 750 pull-ups. And the reason for that is, so far, I've achieved 5,500 pull-ups, and I've got 4,500 pull-ups remaining. But there's only these are the days that I've laid out. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I always want it as a day rest. That's family time. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is the last day in January. So if I did add in Sunday, technically I'd make things a bit easier for me, but I'm not. Sunday is family time, so I'm sticking to that. So today, 750 pull-ups, Friday 750, Saturday 750, Monday 750, Tuesday 750, Wednesday 750, and those remaining pull-ups there are going to make up what's left. So there's 4,500 pull-ups remaining, and if I achieve those on each of these days, then I will reach the 10,000 pull-up target. Now, it's a tall order. Of course it is. I've done the most pull-ups that I've done in a session in a day for me is 1,000 pull-ups. I've not set myself a challenge beyond 1,000 pull-ups. Do I think that I could do more than 1,000 pull-ups in a session in a day? Absolutely, 100%. It's just I've not built my challenges like that. I built it like this. So I wanted to disperse the remaining 4,500 over the remaining, 6 days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And that just feels like the fairest way to do it. Of course, I could ramp this up. I could say, right, Thursday today, do 1,000, and Friday do 1,000, and reduce these amounts here. But what I want to do, I want to even it out. So that kind of feels like it's an achievable number. It's still audacious. I'm going to go from not training, last training on Saturday. So I've had a break now. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 days. And then coming at 750 pull-ups. So what's going to get in the way of me doing this? Well, it's going to be me. It's going to be me. So that's why I've prepared for this. That's why I'm ready for pull-ups today. Now, things that I've done. So on Sunday and Monday, and I want to say Tuesday, I've done some superbly long fasts. I've done a few 24-hour fasts. So that's definitely helped with my post-recovery. The inflammation that I've got, in the tummy, or that I've had in the tummy. It's just something that I've done for years. Fasting, intermittent fasting. And whenever I do a big fast, I always feel so much better. Think about it now. If you have ever been or know anyone that's gone for an operation and they've gone to the hospital, you might have been told to fast, to come in fasted for your operation. There's a reason behind all of these things. So for me, when I do a big fast, it's my body's way of resetting. If I can get that 24-hour fast done, then that is a real nice reset of my body. So there are so many different things that are going on. I've definitely moved into cellular regeneration or autophagy. My body isn't working hard or as hard to process that food and break it down. You know why? Because I've not eaten for 24 hours. But I've hydrated. This is the key thing. And hydration for me isn't just drinking large volumes of water spaced out throughout the day. It's taking electrolytes. So it's having things like sodium, magnesium, potassium, calcium, because I don't want to flush out any of my natural salts, any of those natural nutrients in my body. So I'll top them up. So like for a litre of water, I may add 1 gram mixture of calcium, potassium, magnesium and sodium. But of course, this is all made up, this is all measured out. I just take my regular supplements, scoop it, and it's already done for me. So I'm feeling excited, but I wanted to be real with you, and I wanted to share with you why I've not trained since Saturday, the 20th of Jan. It's because I've not been feeling well. I've not been feeling myself. I've been working really, really hard. super long days, but also I've had inflammation to the tummy, to the gut, and I have to think about that. It has really affected me, and it's not the first time that I've had this. I've had it before, so I do need to be more mindful about the volume that I'm eating, and the time constraints, the windows that I'm eating it in, and also sometimes having too much of one thing, say too much dairy or too much wheat or something like that. But I'm feeling mentally a lot clearer, mentally focused. Physically, I feel physically good. And I am excited about today. So it's going to be a big, audacious number to hit. But you know what? It's either going to happen or it won't. But I'm going to share everything with you. See how we get on. Wow, it is super windy. I don't know whether you can hear me properly. The microphone's probably picking up on that wind whipping about. So I am hydrated, I am very excited. And also, at the same time, I've not trained since Saturdays, so there's some unknowns there, that apprehension, if you will, of not knowing whether I will actually achieve the 750 pull-ups, but the mindset is that I'm turning up and it's one pull-up at a time. That is the focus. That is all I can do. Use all of the techniques that I know and visualize it. I'm excited. Let's go. Okay, so just getting set up now. Got the weights belt on. Getting the 2.5 kg weight attached. I'm excited. I've got chalk up now. So it was dead nice. When I came in, I got chatting to some of the guys on reception here at the club, and you know what? They're absolutely lovely, every single one of them. They always ask me how I'm doing, what's going on today, what my training, all that sort of stuff. Obviously, invariably for me, it's pull-ups, but they always ask, check in on the journey, and all that sort of stuff. So I was just saying now that I've not been training since Saturday, and the reason for that is because like my stomach has been like a beach ball because I've either been overeating or been allergic to something in some way. I don't know what it is, but there was some relatability there, and I was just being honest about the situation. But it's coming back today, so this is like day one, almost. That's what it feels like. So it'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So 4 days of non-training. Today's day 5, and I'm doing 750 pull-ups while I'm on it. I feel very, very focused, very ready for it. So let's get the first 5 in together. This is where it falls down. Okay, feet together. Get the grip right. Hip tilt. And off we go. Okay, that felt absolutely lovely. 745 pull-ups left to go. Let's get on it. Okay, that's block 1 done. So this is my feedback on it. I'd say the first 30 pull-ups, I was probably more conscious of engaging my core more. So before I did the pull-ups today, I stretched out, but as part of my stretching regime, I did bodyweight squats. But when I do bodyweight squats, it's flat foot, 2 flat feet on the floor, no arches, no raises, and I literally squat my butt all the way down. So I get a nice deep squat, and I'd like to go nice and controlled, not too fast, not too slow. And the idea behind it is that when I'm going down into the squat, I am really engaging my core, my lower abdominal muscles, if you will. And it's really important for me that because as you know, I do lots of pull-ups, and that's great. It's amazing. It's a beautiful exercise. I'm just going to keep doing it until, I don't know, one day I can't do pull-ups anymore. But it's not enough. I need to condition my body in different ways. So there are lots of different things that I do as part of my conditioning. And bodyweight squats, for me, it's a beautiful exercise that I can do anywhere at virtually any given moment to just really engage the core. And it helps as a pre-starter to doing the pull-ups. So the first block is done, so 100 pull-ups so far. I'd say around the elbows, some slight tightness there. I must admit I've noticed that a little bit more using the wider grip bar, or using like the widest grip on the bar that is available to me, should I say. So I need to pay attention to that. You know, is that going to be a problem ongoing? Do I need to think about changing that up and maybe doing some wide grip, then some slightly narrower grip? I don't know. I'm going to pay attention to it. I like the wide grip. It definitely feels like I'm developing my back in different areas. And I suppose the wider the grip, you know, the wider that back is going to stretch out, but it's going to put a lot more pressure on joints. You know, so I've got to be mindful of that. Anyway, I'm feeling good. I have got 650 pull-ups left to go. Let's get to it. The key thing for me is just to get in that rhythm, you know, getting that natural flow state. So moving into block 2 now, that's going to start to happen because my body's more warmed up, my temperature's increased, my blood's flowing, you know, all that sort of stuff. But I've got to regulate that heart rate. As you know, I talk about that quite a lot. But I'm starting to feel like the engine's warmed up. I've got those that WD-40 on the joints. I remember when I got COVID last year, and I was literally coming back on recovery after that, and let me tell you, it was a grind. It was the breathing where I noticed it the most. That's where I almost thought, I can't believe I can't deal with this level of conditioning. The breath was very tight and very short. Things like that, of course, can be troubling to the mind because you don't know what's going on. For me right now, I've just literally not trained for 4 days, and I've had an inflamed stomach and a sore gut. But that's going down now, and I'm feeling much better, much more connected to me. Also, I'm in a massive fast right now, so it'll be, I don't know, about 18 and a half hour fast, something like that now, and it feels good. I do like training fasted, and of course I train non-fasted as well. I like to shock and change things up every now and again. I tell you, when you're unwell, you think about sometimes not having the ability to be able to train the way that you'd normally train. That thought creeps in, of course it does. I'd be lying if I said it didn't creep in. But here's the thing, that thought that creeps in is on the basis that at that moment in time, I'm not feeling 100% because I've got this big watermelon inflated stomach and I'm unwell. So it puts me on that negative frequency. Negative thoughts creep in like, what if this? What if I can't get back to the pull-ups fast enough? What happens if I can't do the 10,000 pull-ups challenge in January? What happens if I don't complete it? You get the idea, and it just keeps going in spirals. And the truth is this, in those moments, I see those thoughts coming in, and I do acknowledge them. And I just think, you know what? This is not the reality. Because, do you know what? The
truth is, I'm going to get much better, and I'm going to get back to being me. And right now, this thought that's creeping in is not going to serve me. It will not serve me. I'm sure this won't be the only time that I'll have some type of illness where I'm not trained for a bit. But you know what? Being here right now, doing what I'm doing, talking to you, doing the pull-ups, getting back into it, I'm grateful for that. I am. I don't take it for granted. I remember when I first started out with the pull-ups, learning the pull-ups, doing them for the first time, thinking this number that I'm doing right now is like incredible, and sinking into joy and excitement and going through all those pain barriers of learning something new for the very first time. But you know what? It's progress, and progress happens over time. It doesn't happen in that moment. It's calendar time. It happens over a period of days, weeks, months, years. So I'm grateful to be in this moment right now. So firing up my physiology, getting back to being me, training the way that I know how. But I've got to be mindful as well, because it is still tender down there. So I'm having to do a lot of hip tilts, engaging the core when I'm doing the pull-ups. And in between blocks, I'll be doing some bodyweight squats to really tighten in those lower abs. But this is just me being self-aware. There was a time when I didn't know this sort of stuff, so I might just carry on regardless and injure myself. But having that rest out, having that time for rest and recovery, listen, I feel like I'm coming back leaps and bounds. And let's face it, when the January challenge is over, well, there's only one thing to it. There has to be a February challenge. Okay, let's get to the pull-ups. Okay, so right now I'm into block 6. I've surpassed the 500 pull-ups. So I'm now heading towards the 750. It feels good. So yeah, moments like this, I remind myself that I've got past that milestone. I'm in new territory for the month of January, and it feels good, it feels amazing. Sink into gratitude, but stay focused, one pull-up at a time. Focus on the breath, keep everything rhythmic, keep the rest times where they need to be, and keep hydrated. That's the key. Okay, let's go. It's like this every time. When I know that I'm getting to the finish line, I do get this level of excitement. Of course, my body's preparing itself for the finish line, so I don't want to tap into that adrenaline too soon. I don't want to get that in there, but I do feel excited. I have to just temper it down, remind myself I've got a little bit to go, but you know what? I'm almost there. Let's go. That is 750 pull-ups complete. So here's my reflection piece, here's my feedback to myself. So first of all, when I started in January, started the new year, I wasn't getting the 5 reps max out. In some cases it was 3 reps max. I've just done 5 reps max straight, 750 pull-ups with the 2.5 kg weight. So when I think about what I was doing like in December, November, October, so on and so forth before that, I was doing 1,000 pull-ups each session, each time, body weight. I've just done 750 pull-ups with a 2.5 kilogram weight and a chain, but I never sort of include that. And I'm proud of myself, and I feel really good. So here's the thing, just complete it. I sink into gratitude. I acknowledge this moment right now, because you know something, I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after, and the day after. So I take this moment, I hold it as a memory bank. It's been a grind. It has been a grind today. I thought that my stomach, the inflammation of the stomach, would hold me back, but it doesn't seem to have done that. But I've done things along the way, like doing the body weight squats in between the blocks, and I've I've just really focused. Not that I don't focus other times, but I've just really, really finely tuned and really listened into my lower abs and that part of my body to just make sure that I'm not overpowering it by just going for the pull-ups. I've got to make sure that everyone is on the journey with me. That includes the beautiful lower abs. Okay, push-ups now, get that opposing blood flow, and yeah, see you soon. I'm going to have to do something about these hands though. They are, honestly, the little Mount Everests building up. And right now, to be honest with you, it's not hindered me in any way. There's been no pain points. All it'll take is one day, it's one of them to really just split and open, and that'll be it. So I think me not shaving them down, if I'm honest, I've just been a little bit lazy. And I thought, they're not giving me any pain, just keep going, but I might have to treat these tonight. I might have to treat them tonight. But other than that, yeah. So look at the right hand. There we are. Little potato starting to form just on that bit. Okay, so this is the reflection piece on today. Listen, it's been immense. Of course, I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow. I know I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow, but the energy that I brought to myself, I've been giving out to others today, which is nice. So I've had some great chats with Louis. He's got his High Rocks competition on this weekend, and I got chatting to some new people at the club that I've never spoken to before. In fact, how it came about, in my usual style, I saw somebody performing really, really nice pull-ups, well executed, well performed, clean pull-ups, and they were doing quite a number of them consistently of a high standard. So I had to tell him. Listen, the worst case is I tapped them on the shoulder. Obviously, when they weren't doing the pull-ups, they were just stood there stationary, and just said, "Oh, listen, I've got to tell you, pull-ups are amazing." Worst thing they can say is, "Go away. I don't want to hear what you've got to say." But that did turn out to be the case. We had this really nice, authentic conversation about fitness, stuff that we've been doing over the past few years, industry sectors that we worked in, so covering accounting, and yeah, it was just a real nice conversation, and it reminded me in that moment that, I think for me, going back to when I first started doing the pull-ups way back when, there is an element where you do want to almost feel seen and understood, heard and understood by others in some way. I suppose it does give a nice validation to what you're doing. I do recognise that sometimes that could be the ego that needs stroking, but in this case, I think what it is more a case of is it's acknowledging another human being doing something which is remarkable, a nice complex movement, making it look simple, which I know that takes a lot of effort. I just think it's a nice thing to do, and if when I was doing my pull-ups way back when, someone tapped me on the shoulder and just said, "Real nice form, this, that, and the other," and we had a chat, I think I'd really appreciate that. So great training session today, great pull-up session, great social interactions, authentic social interactions, and I'm feeling amazing. So fully fasted still. I don't even know how long I've been fasting now. I've not even checked my little timer. A long time. I don't know, it must be like 20 hours now or something like that or more. I feel really good, but of course fully hydrated with all of my electrolytes. So I'm going to take my time now eating my food, not to overeat too quick. Be mindful when I'm eating the food, no distractions, just me and the food. Okay, listen, whatever you're doing, wherever you are in the world, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for staying with me on this journey.